Okay, so a very good evening to all of you, and I know it's a Saturday, and we are trying to gather everyone and find out how you feel about the question answer sessions which you would come across when you're getting into an interview. Okay, very soon you will do that, and whilst we are going through the training, it will be a Saturday evening. Every Saturday we will have such kind of sessions. Now, once we start with the sessions, we do have um, this will go on until you get a job. Okay, so not only in the training, it will be also with the interviewing skills. We'll try and find out ways how we can speak up while we are giving an interview. Now, everyone has I think everyone has gone through this once in a while. And in the colleges, you might have had experiences where you had to do, mock interviews. But this one around, it will be a technical interview, and all the interview questions which come will be domain specific. So to start with, I want everyone to understand that, see, when you are into a domain, you have certain domain specific questions, and there are situation specific questions which are related to projects or which are related to use cases or test cases which you might have handled in your project delivery. Okay, so ideally people who are freshers, they are asked questions which are from the technical background. Okay, there are certain technical questions and there are certain domain specific questions. Now also there are certain behavioral questions which is asked to understand what is your state of art of mind. So ideally, what we are trying to do here is to give you a feel, a touch and a feel of how the questions would be or what kind of questions can come. Okay. So if you have any questions in mind, I will take up all the questions which you have based on your domain which you have chosen. Okay. So nonetheless, what we are trying to do is to find out if you have any questions in mind right now. And then probably I'll get into a kind of question answer session where I will put up questions, and if you don't have answers, I'll give the answers. However, you will definitely have a scope of answering the questions. If you do not answer, I will answer the questions. Okay. So with that, we will start with each one of you asking at least one question from the domain you're belonging to. Okay, can we do that? Yes, no?
Yes, yes.
Okay, it's an open forum. Since this is the first time we are doing this, I want it to be like a flip of a table. So I really think that you are taking an interview and you have only one question to ask. Face it your domain, you will have to ask the question. Okay, so I'll start with the first participant, maybe the luckiest person in this group, and then we'll go for everyone. Okay, I need everyone to speak. When you ask a question, it will be based on your domain which you are supporting at this point, or you are getting trained on a specific domain. Somebody from AWS and Devops will only ask AWS and Devops question. Somebody from data science will only ask data science questions, and somebody from Salesforce will only ask Salesforce questions. Okay, cool. People, I think that will be more comfortable for you. Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
Right. So I want you to open up with the questions. All I have to say is you will have to open up with the questions. Now, when your questions come, it has to be loud and clear, and I should be able to listen. Everyone else should be able to listen. Okay, don't go fast. just think and ask the question. If somebody has the answer, he or she will unmute and answer. And if you don't have the answer, in that case, I will answer you. Would that be okay? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Okay.
So stage starts with, I'll start with the names, and each one of you will ask only domain specific question. Whatever the training you are going through, that technology, you will have to ask questions pertaining to that. Okay? Right. I don't know which technology you are being trained on. So that's the added advantage. You can ask any question. Okay. So I have the first name is Afira Nurain. I have the first person in the list is Afira Nurain. Afira Nurain. Are you able to hear me? Hello? Afira Nurain. Okay, people who have joined late, what we are trying to do is to ask questions. So you will ask, shoot a question to the team. You will have to shoot a question to the team, okay? Now, when you shoot a question, either of you can answer or I will answer, okay? If no one answers, I'll answer. That be okay? Yes, no? That way, we will have more number of questions asked. So I don't have Afira Nurain. I think she's not. You're not able to hear me, right? Are you able to hear me, all of you?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So I'll go for the next name. It's Beam Madhuri. B Madhuri. B Madhuri. Is there? I'm seeing people are leaving the sessions. Is it a network problem, or I don't know what the problem is, but yeah. Bala Anand Sai. I just read the names. Bala Anand Sai. Bala Anand Sai. Are you able to hear me? Saida.
Yes, sir.
Saida.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. So, which department or which technology are you getting trained on?
Java, sir.
Sorry.
Java domain.
Okay. Java. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you can ask a question to the forum. Can you ask a question to the forum right now
So, sir,
based on Java?
okay, sir. How can Java helpful in future, sir?
I'm sorry, you are very low in your voice. Can you speak a little louder, please?
How can Java helpful in future, sir?
I didn't get the second part.
In future, how can Java can helpful for in
Can you
future?
write it on the chat box, please?
Okay, sir.
Okay, this is for everyone. Whoever asked the question, you can write in on the chat box, please. So do you have the answer, people? Anyone wants to answer this? How can Java be helpful in the future? How can Java be helpful in the future? Or where do we have, what's the future of Java? That's what she wants to ask. Anyone from the Java team? And the future of Java is not going to die out. I can tell you that in the next 10 years, Java is going to reinvent itself because it's already working on the lines of AI and ML. The future of Java is very bright, and you still have Java developers on demand, and it's going to be for the next 10 years. It's not going to die out anyways, because by far it's more. Yeah, go on, Raju. Raju, you wanted to say something.
Can you hear me, sir?
Okay, thank you, Saida. Thank you for your question. Yes, Raju, you were trying to say something.
I can Mulesoft.
Yeah.
How is the Mulesoft?
I can't hear you.
Hello.
I hardly can hear you.
Sir, I have selected Mulesoft, sir. How is the future of Mulesoft?
Okay, somebody has some question on the chat box. Can you read it? About Mulesoft. You had some question about Mulesoft, right? Hello? I'm unable to hear you. Okay.
Yeah, good afternoon,
So
sir.
the next person is Suresh.
Hello, please, can you tell the answer for my question, sir?
Yeah, go on.
Sir, how is the Mulesoft, sir? What is the future in Mulesoft?
Yeah, what do you want to know about Mulesoft?
I want to know about Mulesoft, sir. I want to learn the Mulesoft course, sir. Then,
Yeah,
how is the future of Mulesoft?
which domain does it come from? What's the technology?
It's a
Where is it
Salesforce
from?
company, sir.
Just like Salesforce, it's a MuleSoft. MuleSoft is a software. What is it used for?
Yes.
Is it an IaaS or PaaS or what is it actually?
I don't know anything, sir, but I want because one of my friend is doing Mulesoft developer, so that's why I have chosen this Mulesoft course, sir.
Okay.
Very good future in
Right.
it will be very
Anyone in this forum who knows MuleSoft or knows what the MuleSoft software is? What does it do actually? What is MuleSoft?
I think Mulesoft is a CRM, sir, customer relationship management tool.
What is MuleSoft? What does it do?
We don't know anything, sir. That's why we are planning to learn the Mulesoft course, sir.
No, you
I
are
am
not
asking you
learning. You
question,
are
sir.
asking question. What is MuleSoft? It's a vendor software.
Yes, sir.
It is an integration platform.
Okay.
You understand what is an integration
Yeah,
software? Just like cloud computing search.
Okay.
So like cloud computing search, we have cloud computing examples. Can you give me some example of cloud computing softwares?
Sir, GCP, Azure,
Very good.
AWS,
Very good. Yeah. So what is the difference between
iCloud,
GCP and MuleSoft then?
MI Cloud.
Tell me.
Sir?
They are all cloud. They are all cloud enabled softwares. They're all cloud
Yes, sir.
computing softwares. Only thing is that MuleSoft is used for certain purposes.
Okay.
What is it used for? Tell me.
Sir, for data transfer between the user and the server, I think so. Data transfer between user and server.
Is it an open source or it is closed? Is it an open source?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know, sir.
Anyone in this forum who knows, is it an open source or a very good? So I'm
Open
asking
source.
a question on MuleSoft. Is it an open source or a closed?
Open, sir. Open source.
Very good. Open source. Excellent. So break it up. What is MuleSoft used for?
It is an integration tool, sir.
It is a data weave or a data warehouse. We can create a data warehouse, a cloud-enabled data warehouse by the help of Mulesoft.
Okay. How is the future, sir?
Okay.
How is the future of Mulesoft?
Sorry.
How is the future of Mulesoft, sir?
The future of Mulesoft, it has
Yes,
various
sir.
segments you can work. Mulesoft has been used for data warehousing. Mulesoft has been used for the front-end programming. Mulesoft has been used as a functional programming language as well.
Mm.
So it depends what you're using it for. Okay.
Mm.
So you're saying, is Mulesoft a good career? That's what you want to ask, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah. Why is it a good career? If not the top career, it definitely has an integration platform. So you can
Why?
create an
Because so
integration
many.
platform using the Mulesoft training you have. Yeah, go on.
Why? Because so many students are learning data science, Java, Python, but I want to go with Mulesoft, sir. I have chosen some different routes, sir.
Yeah, you also asked that does Mulesoft have future or not?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so it is a mix of on-premises and cloud computing. When we are
Sir,
fast
what is
moving
the
into cloud
package?
computing,
Sir, what is the package we can after training?
sorry,
So,
what is
what
the
is the package?
package? What is the back end?
Sir, can we get the job at freshers, sir?
Sorry?
A fresher can get a job in Mulesoft, sir.
Yes, we can definitely. What are the skills you require? Tell me.
Yes, sir. I'm interested in the
Hello?
Mulesoft domain only.
Yeah. So what are the skills required? It's very similar to what we do in Java, but it's not Java.
Sir,
MuleSoft developers, they are used for certain specific, certain specific interface creation. If you are an interface creator, then you will need a MuleSoft environment. And if you are working in an on-premise or on cloud, nowadays both are available. But we are fast moving into cloud computing. We are not going into on-premises. Earlier, MuleSoft used to be the most prevalent because it was on-premises, and software developers had this MuleSoft. So MuleSoft is transforming into a cloud-enabled resource, and that is why it's coming back to the market again. Otherwise, it was fast replaced by Java. Whatever we do in Java, we can do in MuleSoft. What's the use of MuleSoft there? Right.
sir,
So
sir,
let's not bifurcate. Okay. Don't digress the topic. Okay. Don't digress the topic. Let's give equal chance to everyone. Now, if I learn Python, the job, can you read it? Yeah. Now, if I learn Python, the job opportunity will be more or less. You will definitely have better jobs. Okay, that's not the question we are asking. I'm here to give you interview questions and answers. So in an interview, as if you are the interviewer, I am your candidate. Ask me question that way. You're asking questions which is like a business bureaucrat. You will have to ask like a panel. Okay, ask questions which is related to your topic which you are studying. Think that I am the candidate. I'm answering you, and you are the interviewer. Okay. Now you have to ask questions like Ram asked, what about AWS plus DevOps? That's not even a question. I want you to be acting like a panel and ask me, shoot questions. Okay. You can put it on the chat box also. No issues with that. Okay. I'll read out from the chat box. All right, that's why I was actually picking up people. I was picking up people because I want to interact with all of you. Everyone should get a fair chance, right? So
Hello, sir.
I have, yeah. Go
This
on.
is Nagendra.
Yes, Nagendra, tell me.
Uh, Java is hugely using programming language, right?
Yes.
If Python is compared with Java, which one is better? Which on which domain career will be more
Okay,
strengthful?
for any object-oriented programming or anything which is object-oriented, we have started with Java and we'll end with Java. There's no substitute for Java. Okay, but
If we
the thing
compare
is,
with Java versus Python,
yeah, Python is
which has
yeah,
huge demand in future, sir.
yeah, but they both are object-oriented. The offspring. See,
Yes, sir.
they are both object-oriented.
Okay. Yeah. But
One is
Python has various applications like in data science, AI, ML.
uh-huh.
Uh, if compared with,
Java can, Java can also be sit with any of those which you named. Java can also sit with
I'm asking in that way only, sir. I'm asking like, but most of the people choosing Python for data science, AI, ML. Why? Why, sir?
yeah, because it's more accessible, it's easier to learn, and it is easier to code. In Java, if you code the number of lines you code, and in Python the number of lines you code, they are certainly less, and you
Yes,
don't
sir.
have to.
Considerable.
Yeah, so it's ready-made APIs are there, ready-made interfaces are there, and
Huge
all
library system is there.
yeah. So you can't compare Java with Python. Java is it's like a mother language, okay, and Python is an offspring, and although it has a lot of it's very concise coding. In terms of coding, it's very concise. But in terms of versatility, if you talk about, Java is very versatile. It is cross-platform, and I think it has never died out. It never died out. Java is always in the market. It
But in
Yes, we have
statistics,
competitors. We do have
but
competitors.
in statistics, comparing with Java, Python has huge demand, like 70%, 68%, right?
Because we have in Java, we don't have the sufficient library and the APIs, which is not created, it's not templated. We have to create the templates, whereas in Python we already have APIs, we already have ready-made templates which can be run, which has the statistical data APIs, which is not there in Java. In Java we have to create it from scratch. It can be created. Java can have those statistical information, but you will have to create on your own the coding, which is ready-made in Python. Most of the time, it happens that if you don't have ready-made things in a package, you would land up coding a lot. So that is what is happening with Java. We do have everything, but we'll have to code it from the scratch. Whereas in Python, we already have certain which are auto-populated and which have APIs already created for us. And a very solid library, a very versatile library we have. Okay. So that is why it has become more prevalent. The ease of use, the ease of use has created this need of more of usage of Python rather than using Java. Okay. Does that
Okay,
answer
sir.
your question?
I have another question, sir.
Yes, yes. Please go ahead.
Coming to my academics, sir, I am letting you know that I am a BTech 2016 graduate.
Yep.
I worked as a digital marketer up to 2019 and 20 also. Later, some freelancing works.
Yep.
Recently joined as a non-voice process job role.
Okay.
I
Fine.
basically Python is my first programming language, sir, in my academics. I am very much I don't have any much exposure on C language also, but Python is very attractive to me.
Okay.
If I choose Python to build my career as a fresher, is it possible, sir?
Yes, it's absolutely possible. Why not? It is absolutely possible, Nagendra. And this is for the entire class to listen. If you are asked that why have you chosen Python, that's the first question you will be asked. If you are asked, if you are going into a Python development, you will always be asked, why did you choose a career where you are learning Python? Why do you want to learn Python? Because
Yes, sir.
that's what I've already given you the answer. I
Yes, sir.
compared Java with Python. Okay, so what are the positive things in Python you will have to trade off? Okay. Right.
Okay, sir.
I'll go for the next question. I think there are many questions coming in on the chat box. I'll
Okay,
have
sir. Thank you.
yeah,
Bye.
yeah. Go on. Thank you, Nagendra. Thank you, Nagendra, for the question. And any question, every question is entertained. It's just that you'll have to act like a panel, okay? And I am giving the interview. As in, I am giving the interview for you. You are asking questions. You are the panel. Now, if I learn Python, the job opportunity will be more or less. Okay, I've already answered that. Have a long career gap. How do I justify to get a job in software? Why have you chosen? Why had you chosen Python? Okay, I've already answered that. How one should prepare to crack a job? See, there are many ways of preparing on a job. What did you do? Okay, as a panel, I'll reframe this question. Okay, as a panel, you should have asked, what did you prepare before coming for this interview? Okay, what should be the answer? Tell me. Before coming for this job of a Python programmer, or rather, it can be any language programmer. As a software engineer, what did you prepare? How did you prepare for the interview? What did you do? That's the panel question. Okay, that's a very valid panel question. What will you say? Okay, this is a question for the entire forum. Okay, I'll give the answer, but I need to listen to you as well. Tell me, what will you answer?
Yes, Python is easy to understand, concise code, and application specific and interpreted language. Actually, I can easy to understand and I can easily work on it.
Very
Is
good.
it a proper
That's
answer,
a good
sir?
try. That's a good try. But I asked a separate question. What did you prep? How did you prepare for the Python developer position which you have come for? You are,
Like,
mind it, you are a fresher, okay? So you are, as a fresher, what will you say? What did you prepare?
So first of all, we have to learn the basics about the Python. Sir. After that, applications of Python, functions, variables, and different types of conditional statements. Then only we will get some knowledge about the Python. Sir. After that, we have to develop some games or some applications, from backend application. And along with that, we have to learn the SQL, sir, for database connectivity.
Okay.
Then again, we have to learn the front-end technology, sir, like that HTML, CSS, JavaScript, to design a front-end web application, sir.
Okay.
Means again we have to connect the front-end and back-end to the database, and we have to put the database in server, sir.
Okay.
Then only the application will work, sir.
All right, Raju. Thank you for giving that input. So I have certain questions on the chat box, but I'm not able to make a meaning out of it. Vinila Reddy is asking: is Salesforce is a IT company, and how is it useful? Do you ask that as a panel? I'm asking you to ask a question as if you are the panel interviewer. You are the interviewer. I am the interviewee. That means I am giving you an interview. I'm going to answer your questions. Okay. Based on your domain which you are working. Yeah, this is the valid question. Okay, Ramakrishna has given a question. What language is the best for data science? R or Python? Which language is the best for data science? All three are good. R or Python, both are good. R or Python, both are good, but it depends which project, where, which geography you are working. Some geographies are using R, some geographies are using Python. So if you are working in Romania, you will have R. If you are working in Bulgaria, it's R. If you're working in UK, it's Python. If you're working in US, it's Python. So it depends geographically. Secondly, the best language here, nothing is best here. Both are good. Both are equally capable. But since Python is more used in terms of creating dummies, it has been used for a longer time. R is less known. But the Art Studio, if you go to the Art Studio, it gives you ready-made. Everything is ready-made. I mean, see the ease of access. I think it's even better than Python at one point of time. If you are working with statistical data, R is better. If you are working with, I think, which one? Very good. Okay, Syed has come up with this specific question. So from the data science domain, he's asking Python or R. Which one would you prefer for text analytics? Very good. That's a specific question. Now, for text analytics, it's Python which is being used more. For graphical analytics, it's R which is being used more. Okay. For text analytics, so what is the difference between supervised and unsupervised learning? Okay. Yeah, that's a valid question. So in data science, there are two types of learning. One is superficial learning, one is deep learning. Supervised learning and unsupervised learning are two categories of deep learning. Okay, there are two categories of deep learning. Right. All right, I'm waiting for your questions. Shoot your questions, please. Think I am taking up the interview. I am not taking up the interview. I am the interviewee, and you are taking an interview. Please stick to your domain which you are learning at this point. So people from data science will only ask data science. People from AWS will only ask AWS. Okay. I did not get Salesforce questions. Where are the Salesforce questions? Somebody asked, I think somebody asked about Salesforce. Is there a future of Salesforce, or I don't know. Is Salesforce an IT company? Yes, it's of course an IT company. Vanilla, why are you asking this question? And how is it useful? Salesforce, what is the use of Salesforce? We've already discussed in the session, in the introductory session, we did have a lot of discussion about this one. Where is it used? Salesforce. It is a CRM tool. Where are the CRM tools used? Where do you think the CRM tools will be used? It will be used in analysis. It will be used in customer relationship management console to understand the customer's behavior, to understand the customer's preferences, to identify whether we have more upsell in certain products and services, and also some insight about the customer's own preferences and the geographical preferences. There may be geographical preferences, there may be itemized preferences, there may be some customization which is required by the customer. So based on that, you will change the Salesforce, the CRM tool. Every company has its own CRM analogy. Okay, I hope that answers Vanilla. Hello, Vanilla. Okay, now I have more questions here. Benefits of using statistics by a data scientist. How is data science different from statistician, and how long will it take to become a scientist? It can take more than 5 years to 10 years to become a scientist, because you will have to work on all the 5 components which we have discussed in the class. While we were discussing data science, we had 5 different components of data science. If you are able to adapt to all those 5 components or the 5 sections, 5 steps, you ought to be a data scientist. Okay. So if you cannot capture all these 5 steps, either one of them missing, you will only stay as in one domain. Let's say the person who is a visualizer will definitely know modeling, but if you know all of them, that is what a data scientist is all about. We've gone through that diagram of Venn diagram, which when we went through the data science class, you may have to revisit that. Okay. So in that we had one quadrant, we had a statistician. One quadrant, we had a person who has good knowledge in programming, and one person who is good in business acumen. If you mix all 3 of them, that makes the data scientist. Okay. Now, being only a statistician would not work. So a data science is different from a statistician, because data scientist is himself a statistician, a very avid programmer, and a very avid business analyst. So he should be good in business analytics also. Right? Yeah. And I think Ramakrishna, the question is benefits of using statistics by a data scientist. You will say to the panel doesn't say this question. The question is, how will you use statistics in data science? Or give me an example of use of statistics in data science. So you will give a live example. Weather forecast. Nagendra, yeah, go on. Sorry.
Cricket scorer, sir. Example.
Very good. ESPN or cricketnext.com. Okay, so that's the statistics. So any of the cricket statistics which you see, you will definitely have something which is related to statistics. And when that's the case, any
in
portal
election
which
result
gives
also,
you the
sir.
statistics. Yes, go on.
So election
Yes,
result.
Raju. Sorry.
Yes, election results, sir. Election results.
Okay.
Election results, sir. We use data analytics, sir.
Yeah. All right. I think Ram has a question here. I am from AWS plus Devops. What tools are you used in your project? Okay, the sentence is wrong. Which tools are you using in your project, or will you use in your project? AWS and DevOps. We've already discussed about it. We have 7 components of DevOps. Can you name any one of them? This is for the DevOps team. We had an index where we talked about Ansible, we have talked about Maven, we have talked about so many things. 7 components are there in DevOps. All these 7 components make up the DevOps ecosystem. And AWS is just a part. So without AWS, you cannot run the DevOps tools which you're talking about. So everything happens on a platform, and that platform is given by the AWS environment. I didn't get your question actually. What tools are? The tools are already mentioned. I've already mentioned those tools. There are 7 tools in DevOps, and AWS itself a platform. Okay, next question. Next question is, what field is best in data science? Every field is good in data science. There are 6 or 7 fields. I gave you 15 job descriptions. Do you remember? In that lecture which I've given yesterday, we've discussed about 15 job descriptions, or rather job titles. Can you name one of the job titles which you like? And that will be the best. Every job specialty is best. I mean, a work of a statistician, a work of a data engineer, they're all different, and they have their own level of skill set. No job is good or bad. The question itself is a little ambiguous. If I were the panel, I would have asked what field is best. I will never ask what field is best. Which field do you like the most in data science? The way you asked the question was wrong, Safidar. So you'll have to ask, rethink and ask the question in this way, okay? That which field of data science intrigues you the most, or which field of data science are you interested in working? That's how the panel would ask. So you'll have to say one specific part of the data science, okay? Sashidhar, if you have to answer this question, how will you answer? Yes, Sashidhar. Are you there? Nani? Sashidhar, Nani? Okay, this is very, very absurd, you know. At times, you ask the question, then I answer it, and then I am asking you something, you are not responding. Please respond if you can listen to me. Are you able to listen to me? Rashidhar? Okay. All right. So thank you for the questions. I will answer all the questions which are in the chat box. Some of you will have to copy and paste the entire thing. Okay. Keep it ready with you wherever you can. You can just ask me the question again. I will be happy to answer. Okay. Thank you for participating, all of you. And it was pleasure talking to all of you together. We will have every Friday, every Saturday, we would have such kind of sessions where slowly and steadily I'll take one-on-ones as well. Okay, the interview sessions would be one-on-one. Maybe I can pick up one, everyone listens, and then we'll have a time slot, and then we can cover up each one of you on a one-on-one basis.
Sir,
I think that would be more effective as well. But sir, I will keep this forum as open, because 1 hour is more than enough for you to ask any question under the sun. Okay, don't keep it to yourself. It's okay if the wrong question or whatever question comes in is good for me. Okay, I'll reframe the question. I'll rephrase the question as a panelist, and I'll give the answers as well. That be okay, all of you? Yes, no?
Okay,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Next week, please bring up the questions. Ram is saying, very good. Thank you, Ram, for your resolution. Next week, you will bring up questions. I need the questions, guys. You will have to appear for the interview. I am not going to appear for the interview, okay? For your information, I have taken 10,000 interviews and I have given more than that, okay? So if I've given more than that, whatever questions you have, please bring on the table. Thank you, Ram. Thank you for your resolution. Okay, I want same kind of resolution from everyone in this room. I see people jumping off and jumping on to the session. I know whether the network is wrong or something, but I need full participation. At least you stay throughout the session so that you benefit out of it. Otherwise, you will not benefit. It's a versatile session. Understand, you have at a glance, you have so many questions, and all 4 or 5 technologies are being covered. Is it not useful for you? It is going to be very useful for you. I am very sure about it. Okay. With that, I wrap up the session. I hope this is just the start, and we'll have on every Saturday. We'll have such kind of question answer session.
Sir.
Right.
Sir.
Yes.
Hello, sir.
Kiran.
Sir, I need some more minutes, sir. That means 1 more minute, sir. I have this question from right beginning of this session, but I am waiting for the perfect time, which is clear to raise my voice.
Yeah, I am very thankful that you have the set of questions. You can take it up in when we have an individual session. Okay.
Just a minute, sir. Please.
Yeah. Go on, please.
Yeah. Okay, sir. That means let's consider that I am an interviewer. Sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I just want to ask this thing as an interviewer. Let's consider that there is no data science was invented and there is no data science present. So let answer for this. How can we get? That means how can we get out of this much of trillions byte of data now without a data scientist, without a data science?
See, you got his question. See, he's asking, as of now, we have any data science and we are using the advanced mathematics of the base of Python, and we are solving all this database and we are maintaining this. But in the previous days, how these people would maintain this database was his question.
Okay.
That means
If I talk
that means
about my experience in 2000, I started
what
with RDBMS. I started with RDBMS, where we used to have Excel sheets and Access, which used to store the database. Okay. I started with Access. After that, we had RDBMS, the Relational Database Management System, which is now called as Oracle system. So they have their on-premises database servers, and that was the start of the database aggregation. But slowly and steadily, what happened was it was so big and humongous that you will have more than 5,500 servers across the world. I mean, that's humongous. And we did away with it in effective 2007 onwards. Everything was a rollback. They did not have the stack of heap. They transferred the entire thing on cloud. Why? Because of data loss. They've lost a lot, and all the companies which were under this umbrella have lost the data. So data loss was the major reason why the storage, the on-premises storage was taken away. And slowly and steadily, every company is getting into a transformation mode where everything is getting digitized. Okay. We used to have hard copies, of the database. I still remember I had Access hard copies. From Access, we used to take out printouts and we used to pile it up, and we'll have files, and we have all those government files, and all of that happened, right? So manual system of RDBMS is no more, it's history. Okay. But we still have on-premises databases. We still have on-premises databases. That is 10%. Okay. 90% is going into the cloud now. So when the panelists ask you how you used to have it in the past, it was just the reverse. It was 90% database and 10% was used to be on the cloud, or they did not have cloud, as in there was no cloud. There was a security firewall and a place where we had secured certain high level data. So we used to categorize it into small, that is the low level data, and the high level data. And those high level data used to be on the server, and the low level data used to be on the local machines. Okay. Now things have changed. Now it's just the flip side. And now what is happening is 10% is staying in the on-premises and 90% is on the cloud. So there is hardly any, fear of loss. There's hardly any fear of loss. And that is what has changed. So our analogy, or rather our outlook about database management has changed completely. Thank you, Kiran, for the question. Okay, please don't keep all the questions to yourself. Please make sure you put it on the classroom as well. When you come to the class, come with questions. I'm happy to answer as many questions as possible from here. Okay. So this is just the start. Every Saturday we'll have such sessions, right? With that, I end the session. It was fantastic connecting with you over the weekend. Have a very happy weekend, all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Good evening, all. So how was the meeting?
It's very interactive and productive, sir.
Thank you. Done. Hope for the best. Every week we will be having seminars like this on clear interview questions and their answers by professional trainers on our same link. You can just save that link. On different domains we'll be having. Okay. And we'll update this link on our channel.
Sir, one more
You can
question,
just go through it. Yeah.
So one more question, sir.
Yeah, please go
So
ahead.
when you are going to start the Mulesoft course, sir?
Sir, which one?
Hello. When you are going to start the Mulesoft course, already it's been completed one week.
Mulesoft testing and digital marketing, we will start from the Feb 15th. Okay.
Feb 15th.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Done. Thank you very
Thank you.
much. Anything more?
No, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, team. Everyone, all the best. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.